Once Upon an Amusement Park, a Miraculous Ladybug fanfiction written and narrated by Mira Rose. Artwork by Wakatsuki Megami-san on Pixiv. You can find a link to Megami-san's Pixiv and social media in the description box. If you are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Mira. I write and narrate Miraculous Ladybug fanfiction in an audiobook format so you can listen to it on the go, falling asleep, cleaning your room, learning English, whatever have you. So stick around for some great stories. Now then, if you haven't smashed that subscribe button or the like button, do one or both, depending on who you are, and leave a comment for the YouTube algorithm so this video can be shared. If you don't know what to comment, put Peter Pan. Please enjoy Once Upon an Amusement Park. Marinette Dupang Chang, 4.5 years old.
But when are we gonna see Ariel?
Marinette pouted, her legs itchy from the socks she wore. She had fought Mom this morning, insisting she wanted to wear them with this dress because that's how it was at the store, but now the material scratched in the heat, rubbing against the veil of sweat in a way she wouldn't understand for another decade or so. "Don't you want to see Cinderella first?" her mom said, squeezing her hand as they stepped through the gates at Disneyland.
No.
Marinette tried to skip, but her hand kept slipping out.
I want to see Ariel.
She knew better than to pout, but it was taking forever to get into the park. She didn't want to see the other princesses. Marinette wanted to see Ariel. "I know, dear," her mother said, leaning to check a map her father pulled out. "I know." But then Marinette saw her. A mermaid princess! She wasn't Ariel, but maybe it was one of her sisters. She trotted off after her, turning corners as she searched for the ginger-haired girl until she bumbled past a fence, realizing her parents weren't behind her.
"Mom?"
Marinette called out, not yet panicking.
"Dad?
Are you lost?" She turned to see a blonde boy, taller than her, staring with a smile.
"No,"
she said, realizing she just might be.
"I'm not. Are you?"
He grinned. "I'm a lost boy."
"A lost boy?
You know, like Peter Pan."
Peter Pan?
"Yeah, and you can be my Wendy." The lost boy offered her his hand. "Want to go play together?" Forgetting her parents entirely, Marinette placed her hand in his.
"Play where?"
She didn't mention mermaids because Chloe from preschool said boys don't like those kinds of things. "Come on," the boy said, tugging Marinette's hand. "I know some rides we're both tall enough for." Startled, Marinette blinked a few times.
"I'm 4,
she exclaimed. "Cool, I'm 6.
and a half."
She looked down as she corrected herself. She didn't want him thinking of her as a baby. "Cool, I'm just a 6. Want to go on Dumbo?"
"Dumbo?"
"You know, the elephant." He steered her into the line, and Marinette watched as other kids boarded.
"We can ride an elephant?"
"Are you taking care of your sister?" the worker said, checking their wrists. "She's not my sister." The boy puffed out his chest with a grin. "She's my princess." "Oh, I see." The worker covered their smile with their hand, then turned their attention to the kid behind them as they walked through.
"There's water!"
Marinette exclaimed, pointing at the circle of elephants atop a fountain's worth of water. "There is." The boy helped her into the seat.
"But aren't we gonna get wet?"
"Do you not want that?" She looked down at her socks. She didn't want them to get muddy, but she didn't want to look spoiled by saying something like that.
"No,"
she sighed.
It's okay.
Do you want me on the elephant behind you or in front?
She looked around. In front!
Cool. A worker came by to check her seatbelt as the boy jogged to the elephant in front of her. After an announcement, the ride chugged to a start, and, with a squeak, Marinette felt her body rise then fall. The boy turned around, grinning. "Isn't this fun?" he yelled as her stomach dropped.
Is this fun?
She called back. Yeah! Huh. Okay.
Yeah!
Marinette nodded, her knuckles white on the elephant's yellow collar.
Yeah, it is then.
Cool! The lost boy stood beside her elephant after it was over as a worker helped to undo her seatbelt. Did you get wet? He asked.
No. Did you?
I got a splash. He threw his hands behind his head, elbows bent beside his ears. A shame, because I was hoping it'd turn me into a mermaid. It didn't.
Wait, you like mermaids?
They headed to the exit. Yeah, I love them. Ariel's my favorite.
Ariel's my favorite, too,
Marinette gasped, then scrunched up her face.
Wait, aren't boys supposed to not like mermaids?
Aren't girls supposed to be scared of elephants?
What? Are we?
He shrugged. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Marinette! Marinette! Marinette turned, swept off her feet by her father as her mother cried out her name.
Hi, Mom.
You can't just run off like that. Marinette turned to look for the lost boy, seeing him talk with some other adults. So he wasn't lost after all, was he? He was actually a prince in disguise because his mom looked like someone she saw in a movie.
But, Mom,
she turned to her mother, wiping her fingers on her dad's mustache.
Mom, I found the boy I'm going to marry.
What? Tom bellowed.
He likes mermaids, too,
Marinette yelled into her dad's face.
I love him.
Her mother laughed as Dad narrowed his eyes, looking from her to the not-lost princeling. It's only been a few minutes, he said. You're so little. Come on, Marinette. Let's go see the mermaids, Mom said, smiling as she ran a hand over her head.
Can he come too?
She turned to point at her prince, but he was walking away with his family, and her heart fell as she watched his dad give him black mouse ears that looked more like a cat.
Oh, never mind.
Marinette curled into her dad's chest as they left for the mermaid, comforting herself with the knowledge that each fairy tale she'd seen so far taught her. She'd meet the lost boy again, simply because he was her first love prince. And when they came back, they'd ride the elephants again, then go and see the mermaids together. Thank you so much for listening. You can find other Miraculous Ladybug fanfiction by checking out these videos. Don't be shy. Start a series if you want more. Now then, if you've listened all the way, comment Amusement Park or Disneyland. And also, as a side note, Adrian didn't get in trouble with his parents. They just didn't have any lines because I didn't want to voice them. I will catch you in the next one. Bye!